So this is the introduction to the Unit 4 novel, and at this time that novel is Indian Horse, and I've highlighted this page to describe things, but yours is there and it's not highlighted, but it says the same things. So basically, Indian Horse is a novel by Richard Wagamese, and there's a library access to the copy of it to read it fully online, and there's another tutorial to help you with that. There's basically 4 parts: introduction to the author, short story and novel are compared, novel assignment, and then some details about the unit exam. So I'll hit a few highlights there. Library access information if you need it. And there's a separate screencast. And there's a picture of Richard Wagamese and a bit of an introduction to him as an author. Then I've got a couple video clips which are really quite amazing, and I would of course watch this whole thing. You could maybe just pick parts of it, but he's really an amazing person and author. There's a comparison for the short story and the novel, just so you know what are the formal differences. And then here for the assignment, please download this document and type onto it, because it's super hard to mark something like this where you can't see the questions and the answers. So you can do that and then just rename it using the naming protocol. Remember, this is English and I am an English instructor, and I do expect to get your answers in complete and correct sentences. So you will be marked both on your quality of your ideas and in your ability to write well. There's also, of course, paragraph topics, and I've stuck in a few video clips to make things interesting. And then to make things really, really easy for you, I have answered the questions for Chapter 1 so you can see what I'm looking for in your responses for the remainder of the novel. So if, for example, in Section 1 it said provide some background and context, understanding the character Saul Indian Horse, briefly introduce him, provide at least 4 details. So if they're really small details, so you're just getting 2 marks for 4 details. So you would state his name, the name of his mom and dad. His grandfather's name was Solomon, and that's where his name Saul comes from. And they were part of a fish clan in northern Ojibwe. And Saul's journey starts out in Winnipeg at the Lake of the Woods. Another question, Saul speaks of descriptions, legends that describe how the Ojibwe came to be as they are. Pick 2 legends and comment on them. So here's a bunch of legends, so you would pick 2, and then you would also comment on them. Number 3, on pages 2 and 3, the reader finds out a couple of important details about Saul's life. Find and explain the importance. So we're told that he's a hardcore drunk. We're told he's an alcoholic, he's been in treatment. It's difficult for him to share with others. As a result, his counselor is allowing him to write things. But also importantly, he says he's a seer. People know that he's a seer. He's a powerful thinker and he can sort of foretell things. Then there's question 4 and a possible response. So those are to guide you and make you feel better about what you're doing. Now it's your turn. Remember, use complete sentences, use the naming protocol. Please download the document and type on it. So here are your questions, and you can just type right on them rather than having to retype them and refine questions. Then every now and again in there's the odd paragraph response. So here's a paragraph response, and there's a clip to go with it, which is about 4 minutes. So you watch the clip and answer it. This is Richard Wagamese is reading these pages in this book, which is quite marvelous. In our copy, that would be page 53, 54. Very powerful. And then when you get to the very last bit of this assignment, I'm of course looking for a full literary essay. So you're going to select a main theme in the book and write about that. And you're going to create a thesis and develop your ideas. There are tutorials. There are 3 theme possibilities here. So there are literary tutorials and tutorials in the short story unit as well that you can use here. And there are novel supports. So I hope you like it. I can't imagine not loving this novel, because it's wonderful. And he's just an incredible writer. It's just absolutely, the characters are so rich. It's wonderful. I hope you enjoy it. And that's your introduction to the novel assignment. See you later.